In a significant move, China and Colombia have upgraded their diplomatic relations to a strategic partnership. This decision comes as Colombian President Gustavo Petro visited Beijing, marking his first visit to China since taking office last year. The upgrade of relations solidifies China's influence and foothold in Latin America, as well as deepens its ties with one of the oldest allies of the United States. With this development, China now has strategic ties with 10 out of the 11 South American countries it has relations with, leaving Guyana as the only country with ordinary bilateral ties. This expansion of strategic partnerships is part of China's broader charm offensive in South America, Central America, and the Caribbean, regions that hold strategic significance in its rivalry with the United States. Notably, Latin America and the Caribbean are also important to China because they contain countries that recognize Taiwan as a sovereign state, which is not the same as Beijing's viewpoint. Paraguay remains the last South American nation to maintain ties with Taiwan, which China considers as part of its territory. The COVID-19 pandemic has further strengthened the ties between China and Colombia. China was the first country to send vaccines to Colombia, showcasing its commitment to supporting the country during the health crisis. In recognition of China's assistance, President Xi Jinping was invited to address the people of Colombia via video link in 2021. Economically, Chinese imports from Colombia have seen a significant rise in recent years, making China the second largest trading partner for the South American nation after the United States. Colombian shipments to China totaled $7 billion in 2022, up nearly 20% from 5 years ago. During President Petro's visit, the two countries signed 12 cooperation deals, including agreements on Colombian beef imports and quinoa shipments. Additionally, several working groups were established to enhance commerce between the two nations. While Colombia is considered one of the closest allies of the United States in the region, it has yet to join China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, unlike many of its Latin American and Caribbean counterparts. Former President Iván Duque had expressed a willingness to join the BRI during his visit to Beijing in 2019. President Petro, upon his arrival in Beijing, expressed optimism about increasing Colombian exports to China and revitalizing the national rail network. Notably, Chinese companies have been involved in infrastructure projects in Colombia, such as the Bogotá Metro and the Regiotram light rail system. However, despite China's loans, investments, and infrastructure projects, Colombia has called for a more balanced trade relationship. President Petro highlighted the significant trade deficit between the two countries during his meeting with President Xi Jinping, emphasizing the need for greater economic equality. Colombia's trade deficit with China reached over $8 billion last year, making it the country with the largest trade deficit among the South American nations that have diplomatic ties with Beijing. Argentina, Venezuela, Bolivia, and Suriname also faced trade deficits with China in 2022. As China continues to strengthen its presence in Latin America, the strategic partnership with Colombia marks another step towards expanding its influence and economic ties in the region.